Hello, this is another tough video, tell a friend video, this time on a topic that I like a lot, which is avatar-based thinking. Now, what is avatar-based thinking? It is that in our brain, that's our brain, there we have actually a simulation of reality, yeah? And so there is me, so that's this person here, me. And the me in reality exists also. You know, that's the me as I appear, you know, kind of as I see myself there. If I'm self-reflected, then it's kind of has like a shadow me, like the others see me, and most probably, or best is for the cleanness of your brain is that your self view and the view from the outside is kind of the same, or at least you have an interpretation why the other people, these ones are the other people, see you differently. Now, so this is the simulation. I'll put that in red, simulation and reality. And obviously it's very essential that the quality of reality towards your own simulation in your brain is the same. Now, avatar-based thinking means for every object that is in reality, you have an object in your brain. Now, so there is me, there is people, you know, like a person, you know, there's other persons. These are things, I've written that in German things, so T, and so here T, and in your brain things, and then also concepts, you know, so a specific concept, and I've done some videos on memes, so this like concept is kind of a conglomeration of memes, of sub-memes, and so on, a fractal kind of construction of sub-memes, memes, and creating bigger thoughts. Okay, so the thing is, I don't want this to be too complicated. I drifted a little bit up into, a little bit off into complexity. Now, the thing is, I think the best way to, and this is the advantage bit, is when you do avatar-based thinking, which has a very, very good relationship between the simulation you do in your brain towards reality, then you can think about 100 to 1,000 times faster. Problem-solving type issue. Now, the thing is, what is my problem? And I would rather say, what is my goal? And that is why this guy actually comes in. It's the puppet player. Yeah, so it's a puppet player that actually plays all the actors in your brain. And the puppet player, obviously, in reality, is not there. He said, it's like a shadow in the reality because it has an influence on your reality, but the puppet player is just in your brain. That's you. That's in some other videos I showed that is your life vision. Yeah, the puppet player tries to complete your vision, and he plays you. You're being thought, you're being done something. You sit on the couch because the puppet player says, that's my vision, that is what I want this person to do, to achieve. And now, when you do avatar-based thinking, what you can do is you can imagine when the me thinks, he can grasp any concept, thing, or person and discuss with that person, or kind of have an interaction with that. Does that work? Does that not work? How would that be? And now the thing is, you visualize it and then think it through. Now, the important thing, obviously, these avatars, these little avatars, should be as realistic as the real ones. That is why you should often meet with the real concepts, the real things, and the real people, so that, and also with the real me, which is kind of the how you see yourself in society, in reality, in nature, and so on. And then what you can do is you can think questions, if you have a specific question, you can think it through with other people. The first, like what you, like the easiest avatar-based, or the first step in avatar-based thinking is that you do the devil's advocate. You know, I sometimes, you know, figure that like you are yourself, so kind of, who am I and how many am I? So that's, let's say, you. And then the devil's advocate is you have a little devil here sitting there that always says, if you say, so if you say yes, yes, this little thing says no. And then you need to solve it. Then you need to solve it. Yeah, that's the avatar. That's kind of the first step. So first of avatar-based thinking. So the little devil's advocate that kind of always challenges you. Now, this is the kind of the best step you can have in problem solving. If problem solving is what you want to do, is your vision, your goal, which the puppet player tells you to do. And then what you don't have just one person that always opposes to what you say, this critical thinking. No, you have all the people that you know and that you might imagine that exist. You have, and you can discuss with them what you want in order to solve your problem. Now, what is the requirement for that? And the requirement for that is that you need to be able to understand the concepts of people, of things, and of concepts. It's often that is this self-referring fractal thing. So you have to understand what, specifically, for example, hate, love, jealousy, and so on. So a lot of people say, I don't have that, I don't do it. And then if they really don't have that concept, which I call a sub-meme, that's kind of the concept or the way of thinking, the way of perceiving, this way of feeling. If you don't have that, then obviously you will have a wrong person, a wrong thing. So if you, for example, don't have a feeling for physical laws, then your things will always behave in a strange way, and you interpret that differently. So your things that you deal with are a little bit off of reality. And if you can't cope or can't grasp the concepts, maybe because they are too complex, maybe they involve hundreds of sub-names, and you can't hold that, and you don't understand them, you didn't build them up from ground up, then you can't grasp that concept. And that means if you think it through, you couldn't actually grasp the concept. So that means all these sub-names that all these other guys in your brain have, and also in reality have, hopefully the same. If they are not available in your brain, you cannot do good avatar-based thinking. You can start, obviously, but the thing is, when you start, please always, then this cycle here, this of the match between reality and the simulation in your brain has to go very often. So please do that kind of on a daily, an hourly, a minutely, frequency. And please exchange the two all the time. And then these models that you have in your brain, they are so well, reflecting reality that you might then only have to review it on a daily, on a weekly or so basis. And often what happens is you understand that person, but just the basics, and then you meet the person again and you say, oh, I added something. It's not that I now think he's completely different, but okay, I have a new aspect of that person. So your meme, which you had from him, then extends, maybe has some more little things to it, and then this person becomes a more perfect copy of reality and allows you to think things through with him in your brain in a much better way regarding your goal. And as I said, the goal is the puppet player. And please, this is a very, try maybe this task. So are you able to play things through in your brain? And do you understand who your puppet player or vision or goal in life is? It's all the same. Puppet player, vision, goal in life. Some have visions and subvisions and so on. That's fine. That's fine. You have it. Just to close this video, my vision, my goal is knowledge, truth, and wisdom, and its kind of distribution or making note to the world for two reasons. One, that the world can, extend the knowledge it has, the wisdom it has, the word itself. But maybe even more importantly, if I tell people about what I found out in terms of knowledge, in terms of truth, in terms of wisdom, then they can actually give me answers, and I rethink things. So I design a specific concept, these people behave like this, and then I actually confront those people, those concepts, those things with what I come up with, and then these things react, and I can rebuild this. And so that means this constant interaction, telling the world, this is how I see the world, means that I can become I do not like too much this a better version of myself, let's say a different version of myself, because the life journey is not from A to B going up all the time. It's kind of I did that in some other videos, like if that is your n-dimensional life, then you start a specific position, you grow, you do this, and you go back, and so on. And this is very funny. And then at the end of your life, you're somewhere. And, let's say you meet another person, maybe that other person started here, and then maybe for some time you kind of are on the same kind of development, and then maybe he drifts off and go. And one of the things I believe is that if these two people, so the blue here and the green person, if they share the same meta concepts, they can actually get along very well, respecting each other, and having also, they are on different paths of their life, and even if they have different opinions on specific things, that they share a common understanding, a common philosophy of life. A philosophy, I think that means the love of life, isn't it? Love of knowledge. Okay, with that I want to stop the video. 13 minutes. Thank you for everybody that arrived at the 13 minutes, and comments are most welcome, and I hope to kind of dig deeper into this avatar-based thinking, which I really, really love, and where I work on to kind of refine it even more. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.